one of the main things I see that high school coaches make as far as the mistake is having morning practices. These kids probably need 9 hours of sleep a night, and they're not getting it. Homework nowadays is outrageous. Hours a night, it seems. That's a different topic. But especially if they're watching their weight, they're not eating like they should. I'd say let them sleep. That's one thing I love about my son's high school coach. They're top 2 and 3 in the state the past couple years, and they don't get those kids up in the morning. They did in the preseason a little bit, but it was optional, and some kids did it, some did not. And the main thing is don't wear these guys out. I know years ago, the Cornell coach, Rob Cole, he said he noticed that his guys who were injured, they'd be out for, a week, 10 days, 2 weeks. When they'd come back in the wrestling room, they would destroy everybody. And at some point in time, he says, you can't ignore this fact. And you say, we might be overtraining these guys. And, it's 2017 now. We're getting way smarter about training. I know when I wrestled in high school and college, it was, kill them, and then whoever can stand up is still winning. Or, is the man that's going to have the job or win. But sometimes we're just so tired. I remember walking up the steps to go to some dual meets, and my legs were so tired. And your confidence just dies when that happens. And I think that the overtraining is not nearly done like it used to be. But at high school level, sometimes it is. But I think, besides, why would you want to take 2 great workouts and split them up? Put them together. So maybe you have, instead of a 2-hour and 15-minute practice, have a 2-hour and 40-minute practice, and add a few sprints, and then maybe a real fast weight room circuit training in after practice. Why do it separate? Because now it's kind of like, running 6 miles, and then I run 6 miles at night. Run at just 112. It's probably going to be better for you. You can't do that every day. But, if it's going to be a hard workout day, make sure you do that. And if it is a real hard workout day, always give 3 days rest. So if we have to wrestle Saturday, a hard workout day should be Tuesday. Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, maybe Sunday if you're not in high school and you're working out on your own. But I like to have 3 days rest before my competition because we're still in a practice room training and your leg's going to kind of wear out a little bit. So make sure there's always that rest period. But that's my advice on morning practices. Tell these guys to sleep in, get tons of sleep, come to practice, have fun, wrestle hard, then just kind of see what happens. Another thing that wears people out is weight cutting. It's part of the sport for most of us, but don't have your team go down. And my son's high school coach does this too. He's like, we're certified, then everybody's up a weight class. If some of you decide to drop, right before districts, we'll go down then. And I think that's important. If you're a 135 pounder and you've been cutting down all year, by the time state comes, you look like a 130 pounder, plus you hate wrestling. You're all skinny, and, if you wrestled 140 all year and you go down at the last minute, now you look like a 140 pounder at 135, and your competition looks like a 130 pounder who's up a weight class. And they hate wrestling, and you love it. So it's just an advantage. It's like putting a little 1-ounce chips on a scale. We're just basically trying to load up so that we can just tilt the scale into our favor. And those are a couple of ways I think that we can do that.